Today, Beethoven. Let's go. Well, today I'll give you 35 exercises designed to turn simple skeletons into full Beethoven-style runs in every key. If you're watching this inside Tessitura Pro Scales, remember, you can load any of these exercises, practice them at increasing tempos, and let Tessitura track your progress automatically. By working through these exercises, taken directly from Beethoven's own music, you'll develop the very techniques he used in his sonatas and concertos. And to kick things off, let's jump straight into exercise number 13. This one is the key to mastering the incredibly challenging run that you heard in the intro of the video, taken from his 4th piano concerto. In all these runs, don't just play them like a machine. Sure, if you go through the exercise without thinking, you'll still build the technique to play it, but I want you to take it a step further. Really pay attention to what's happening melodically and harmonically. Remember, Beethoven could improvise these runs on the fly in any key whenever he wanted. That's only possible when you understand the line from both a compositional and a functional perspective. So it's often said that Johann von Beethoven, Ludwig's father, made him play all of Bach's preludes and fugues in every key. Remember, Bach originally wrote 24 of them, one in each major and minor key. That means Beethoven would have had to practice 288 preludes and fugues without even having them written out in front of him. So I promise that by the end of this video, you'll see these runs from a whole new perspective. One that will help you learn them much faster, dramatically improve your technique, and start playing with the very same mindset that Beethoven used. If you look closely at this run, you'll see it's built from just 2 broken triads, G major and F sharp diminished. This is what we call a bitriadic hexatonic. Bitriadic means 2 triads and hexatonic means 6 notes. These scales are powerful because they're formed by combining 2 non-overlapping triads. And Beethoven used them constantly to build his runs. In this case, the scale can be seen as a 1 chord and a 7 diminished chord. Now, if you alternate between these 2 chords in ascending order using different inversions of each triad, you'll get this. And this is exactly what this run is all about. All you need now is an interesting step-skip pattern to break up the 3 notes of each triad and turn them into an angular line. If you check the step-skip pattern in Tessitura, you'll notice it only uses 6 numbers, yet the line can extend indefinitely. This is the same formula Beethoven used to generate angular lines that outline each triad in sequence. Every pair you see in the score follows the exact same formula. It's just a simple sequence. Now, I can almost hear you saying, well, that's pretty obvious, so what? Well, here's the point. If you take this approach, you don't just learn the notes, you learn how Beethoven thought. And that knowledge not only deepens your understanding of Beethoven, it also opens new doors in your own playing. For example, let's say that you've mastered this exercise in all keys inside Tessitura Pro. Fantastic. Your technique has improved tenfold. And you can now play this passage from his 4th piano concerto in any key. But if you also understand the mechanics behind the run, you'll be able to take it even further. Look, I'm going to load another bitriadic hexatonic. In Tessitura, that's super easy. I just open the scales catalog which has all 2048 scales in music and goes straight to bitriadic hexatonics. Here you can see every bitriadic hexatonic scale that exists, all of which can be used with the exact same Beethoven formula. Let's load the so-called Chinese scale. Now we've got the same step-skip pattern, but applied to this scale. In the scale companion, you'll notice this scale is built from a 1 major triad plus a 7 minor triad. In D, that means D major and C sharp minor. And when we run the Beethoven formula through it, we get this. And this almost sounds like Beethoven in the 21st century. Now you've got something fresh to practice, something you can always use in your own compositions and improvisations, just like Beethoven did. And here's the beauty of it. This idea is endless. You can keep exploring, finding new shapes and ideas, all starting from this single Beethoven run. And don't forget, we've created 35 of these exercises: arpeggio chains, descending ladders, chromatic anchored lines, and much more, all directly taken from the runs Beethoven used in his sonatas and piano concertos. I think it's important to practice with the bigger goal of becoming a better musician, not just memorizing a piece or mastering one run in one key. Beethoven didn't do that, Mozart didn't do that, Bach didn't do it either. They were all constantly exploring new techniques, pushing ideas further and extrapolating concepts. Anyone can learn to play a Beethoven piano concerto. But our goal should go beyond that. We should explore, create, and approach music as artists. And that's exactly what we had in mind when we created Tessitura Pro Scales, to help you go beyond simple practice runs and discover new ways to explore, improvise, and grow as a musician. You can get all these exercises in book format if that's what you prefer, and if you have Tessitura Pro, you can practice at increasing tempos, save your progress, and take any line as far as you want. By the way, if you like this workout, you'd probably love our Mozart workout. It's also 35 exercises to master Mozart runs. Thanks again for joining us today. We will see you on the next video.